In this code sample, you will see I took the body mass index calculator and I added some loops to the logic to make it more like a real-world application. And you will see that we have a variable declared here called final string. The final keyword makes it a constant, so the value can't change. And in Java, whenever you have a constant, it should be all in uppercase. I have two string variables, sheight, sweight, a primitive integer called I inches and I pounds, and for doubles I have d kilograms, d meters, and d index. And you will clearly see right here we have a bunch of new code around the logic that we input the user's height for. So notice I have a do while. And do you remember what a do while does differently than the other two loops? If you said it always executes at least once, you are 100% correct. So this piece of code here you should be very familiar with. You ask for the height and we put it into a string. What is a little different now is we have a try, and notice the curly braces at the beginning of the try and the curly braces at the end of the try. And then we have a catch, which is an error. Whenever we catch something, it's an error. Here's the beginning and the end of the error handling. So what we're basically doing is we're taking the string that they entered and attempting to convert it to a primitive integer. If it works, the string is converted to integer and put in here, and then we drop down to the while and we make sure that we only repeat the loop if the inches is 0, which if it was a valid number that wasn't 0, we would continue on. If however we try to convert something that is wrong, what happens is the catch code executes. We have a little message box pop up saying you must enter a number, please try again. Notice our dialog box constant from up here is used, and we want it to be an error message icon. And it comes out, and inches was not converted, so therefore it's still a 0 as up in here, and we keep relooping until they enter in a valid number. Down here we do a while loop, and the only reason I coded a while loop was just to show you how it could be coded different from a do while. And right here, as long as I pounds is equal to 0, which it should be the first time through because it is 0. We set it to 0. So if it's equal to 0, we prompt the user. We try converting it to a integer. And if it works, we drop down here. And our hope is I pounds is not 0 because they put a valid number, and we continue down here the calculations. If they do put in a weight that is incorrect, the catch will take care of the number format exception, we'll prompt the user, and we go back up again. So let's try running this. We're going to put in someone who is 57 inches tall and 170 in pounds. And you can see it work, no loops, we get the BMI. Let's rerun it where they put in some bad data. Okay, I'm going to put in say 5'7" and a double quotation mark, which we know can't be converted to an integer. Notice the catch logic right here fires, and we get this message. And once I press OK, we'll come down here. Inches was not converted, so it's 0, and we'll go back up again. So I'm going to put in 5'7", and notice the conversion happens. Inches gets populated with 57. Is not equal to 0, so we drop down. So I'm going to put in 170 lb to represent pounds. And you can see that that conversion errored because we had 170 lb. It cannot be converted. We come into this code. We come back up. I pounds is still 0 because when we tried to convert it, it didn't work and it went to here. So nothing ever got into here. And it's still 0 because we defaulted to 0 up there. So I type in 170. And we're in great shape.